how to use our Only Words collection of edgeables with those fabulous Celebrating Style and Wedding Day cards. Now we're having a look at the decorative fancy edges, and actually they work in exactly the same way, which makes it very easy for you. So you're just going to either cut them onto an edge of a project or into the score of a project. So this one is a very simple special day card that just has a very beautiful edge to it. So it shows you that they're just really functional as well as useful. So what I've getting ready for you is a white card, which is just a standard 6x6 fold with a score line halfway. And then in advance, to save some time, I've already cut and embossed my fancy die on the edge there. So you can see I've just done it at the edge and it's cut away this white piece. And then what I've done is take a little bit of distress ink and I've inked through the emboss apertures there. So I've cut it and embossed it and then stenciled through with a little bit of distress ink. So when I'm ready, I can remove my die, just quick and easy. And then you can pop out all of the little pieces if there are any, but mine's fine. And then all we're going to do to make that stand out a little bit more is pop a piece of blue glitter card behind. And you can see that that really makes it stand out. So I'm just going to take a little bit of glue. Pop my glitter card inside on the base, which gives a nice contrast. And I like to do that, I'll tell you why. Remember, we've talked several times about the fact that the die only cuts on the outside edge. So when we look at it against this blue card now, you can really see that. So the outside design has cut. Here is the edge of my card. So that hasn't cut off, but here it's cut the design in here on the edge that doesn't cut. If I just show you that with the die, you can see it really clearly, and I'll turn it round so you can see. So here's the edge. Here's the line that you can see here. The bit above the line cuts out the detail. The bit below the line, where you can see there's emboss holes, cuts the detail into the card. That's the same for every single die in the range. So if I was going to cut this die to make a decorative top on my card, where I would line it up is along the score line. So you can see this is my half fold. I would take my die and I would position it, and actually I'm hoping you can see all of the dies have this. Can you see these two tiny little notches here? They're lining up beside the score line over the top of. You can use a little bit of low tack tape to keep it still if you'd like, but you can see here this line that goes across the die with the cut in detail is exactly across the score line. If I did that, that's how we'd get one of these cards, which is a different die but the same concept, where the design pops up out of the top. So it's really quick and easy, but for this project, I've just chosen to cut it down the side to make a fancy edge to my card. I wanted to take some time to explain that to you because I thought it was really important. And then by just having a little embossed panel, a lovely sentiment from one of our die cuts and a little bit of glitter, maybe a couple of gems, you can make quick, easy, beautiful, stunning cards that have the most exquisite fancy edges.